Remember when we got to the airport and there was this one guy who was being just really attention whory? Attention, ladies and gentlemen, please get your... He was like going through this big speech. And
everybody got annoyed by it.
And then I would like one more request. Everybody please smile. I'm like, you fucking weirdo.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you just put on a show, you fuckhead. It's like a street performer or something. I mean, it was like, that's what it was doing. Like, he decided this is what he does because everybody has to listen because he's the man with the power, the TSA guy.
Yeah.
But that's just one douchey guy. I've met a million people that do it that are friendly as hell. You're like, did you have a good time? Yeah, it was great. Enjoy Chicago? Chicago is awesome. Boom, you're in, you're out, everything's fine. You're just interacting with some people that are doing their job. And I personally find... I've never had a problem. They've always been pleasant to me. No one's ever got douchey with me. Mm-hmm. If I accidentally have my belt on, I say I'm sorry, and I take the belt off and I put it in the thing. You know what I mean? It's like
you prostrate yourself.
It's simple. It's not prostrating. It's just being nice to people while you're doing their gig. Their gig doesn't bother me. Okay, I'm not flying with any bombs. I'm not flying with any guns. So I'm not worried about them checking my underwear. Okay, my bag's pretty simple. Go ahead, look in there. There's some toothbrush, some toothpaste. There's nothing to worry about, So as long as there's nothing to worry about, you sail right through. Do I think that?
Yeah, but under that logic, they could tap your phone if you're law-abiding.
No, that is not the same logic. Jesus Christ!
Wait, why is it not
at your
the same
underwear?
logic?
Because tapping your phone, you listen to intimate conversations, find out aspects of your life that you wouldn't want revealed, find out where you live, what you're doing, what your plans are. That's not the same thing as checking for a bomb.
Right. But under those circumstances, it sort of is. Just that looking at intimate parts of your life, and they can look through your stuff.
They're looking at clothes. I mean, unless you got a bag of dildos, which, by the way, Stanhope did.
What if you're in the closet and you have a gay porn in there?
On purpose. Brought a bag of fucking after September 11th. He had a whole suitcase filled with rubber fists and rubber vaginas and fists and dicks and just everything. And he just sent it through the X-ray so that they had to like open it up and check it. He's like, yeah, that's my stuff.
Ari, if you go to the Burbank airport,
say he turned one of them on.
Did he?
Something like that, so they had to find which one it was.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah.
If you go to the Burbank airport, almost every single person that works there, the staff of the people that check you, I've never had one problem. Those are the most friendliest,
the nicest
motherfuckers
folks ever. Just doing their job.
Yeah. Aren't you scared from being such like an asshole, I guess is what you would call it, to these people, to get on some kind of no-fly list, especially since you're a comic and half of your job...
That's definitely a fear.
Isn't it
it's no-fly
easier?
list. And here's where that fear comes. From them holding over you, that if you cause too much trouble for us, we're going to threaten you to fear that you will no longer be allowed to fly. That's a real thought that people have.
Right.
You're not the first one.
Right. And
to stop terrorism, to help them stop terrorism would be someone like me or someone who mouths off too much on a no-fly list. That would help us stop terrorism. To make people live in fear.
But they might decide that you make things very uncomfortable and unpleasant for a lot of people around you as well when you're at the airport because you are yelling out.
Mm-hmm.
But people are medicated.
A lot of people are scared to say it on podcasts too or anything like that, just for the sake of
sure.
Hey, be careful. TSA is going to put you on a no-fly list.
Yeah.
That's a real thought people have. They can just do this to you.
They can.
They can grab your ability to fly in the dark like a fucking gulag and just take you out of there.
All right, my friend is so scared to fly that she has to take so much drugs just to calm her heart rate down, just enough so she can even be there.
Yeah.
And like, if you start like being intense to her, she will freak out. You know, if you were to be intense around her, she might go crazy.
Well, if she was scared of the dentist and I was intense at the dentist, it would be the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not my responsibility.
If you're a
but flying's
bitch.
a big but flying's a big deal for a lot of people. I mean, my mom's scared to fly. I know a lot of people are Bert Kreischer gets blackout drunk before he flies.
I think Bert Kreischer would blackout drunk if you made him go to the movies.
He likes to
I gotta go to the movies. Oh, it's time to get fucked up.
Well, he's also scared of balloons, Joe.
Oh, you got a fucking balloon? Jesus Christ, where's the booze? Yeah, Bert Kreischer's using that shit, and it's an excuse. He's away from his wife and kids. He's got no responsibility. He's going to get hammered on a plane. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, Bert. Just fess up. Fess up with your anxiety-ridden.
Here's the deal. I don't mind taking the shoes off. It's not that. It's just they're being there. I don't like it.
You know what? I think they're necessary. I think at this point in our reality, I wish they weren't necessary. I wish I didn't have to believe, and I'm not necessarily saying that it has to be run the way it's run. I don't think it's efficient, but I don't think that anything's efficient. You know what else isn't efficient? The DMV. Do you go to the DMV when you go to get your fucking license and start screaming, "We didn't ask for this. I want a fucking car. I don't want to deal with your bullshit. It's a corrupt organization."
No, but I can renew my license online. I don't have to come in contact with them.
Can you really?
Yeah.
You can renew it online now?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but you
That's
can't go in there and
beautiful.
take a photo or anything.
That's
like
beautiful. Well, you know, there's a thing you could do at the TSA where you get pre-approved. And when you get pre-approved, you don't even take your shoes off.
Yeah.
You just go right through.
Because you fly a lot, they assume you wouldn't be.
Well, no, they do a check on you. They do a check to make sure you're not some fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Not make sure you never got arrested at the airport for harassing the TSA. I thought you were going to get arrested. While Ari
Why
was
would I be arrested?
yelling at them because you were yelling at people,
Why, is that illegal?
swearing at them,
Jesus,
calling
you
them
were
fucking
yelling?
idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was calling them fucking idiots.
Ari,
Why is that illegal?
are you brodying it
Though,
out?
though he did threaten to bring over the cops on me.
Well, this is
When
what
I said that, the
you were
TSA, the
really-
trained authority over me, said, "I'll bring over a metropolitan security officer or
Well,
metropolitan police
they,
officer."
That's what they do.
If I say,
the
"Get out,
TSA
you're
doesn't
an
actually
idiot."
arrest you.
Yeah.
The other people arrest you. What they're worried about is that you were being aggressive, and they thought that you could have been a crazy person.
Yeah,
Disorderly
I was a crazy
conduct,
person.
man.
They drove me crazy.
Right, but the way you reacted to it is like.
Don't you think
someone
that's
was
weird, though, that
being
everyone's a
in
little
deep
scared of-
violation? No, I'm not scared of
Don't
them.
you think it's a little weird that everyone's scared of being put in this no-fly zone? Like, that's a real thought. Like, don't piss them off or they'll put you on a no-fly list.
Well,
I'm
it
not
would be-
scared of TSA at
You
all.
should be worried about government corruption, and anybody that puts you in a government no-fly list because you have espoused views that they don't feel like fits the company line. That's very scary.
Yeah, it's a
That's
problem.
very scary and very dangerous. But that's not what's going on here. What you need to worry
Well, it's the whole
about
company.
being put on a no-fly list is just because of your behavior. It's just you made a scene.
Yeah, I'm allowed to call him an idiot all I want.
It's not the way you're doing it. The way you're doing it, like you were like you yelled and you escalated and you made it like a big deal.
So what are your problems with TSA?
It's not good. It's not efficient.
What do you mean?
It's not. There's crazy long, dumb lines. There's a bunch of people running things like that guy with this stupid "one more thing."
Yeah.
Please smile. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
It is annoying.
We don't
But you
want
know
anything
what?
to do with you.
That's a person in a position of power, and I think those same issues. I think it's a problem with humanity. When people get in a position of power, they actually do feel like they have. You have to listen to them. You know. I mean, I've had that with bosses. We've all had that with teachers. But people get in a position of power, they act as if they have some indefensible authority over you. They
Yeah.
have some, they're powerful.
Yeah.
And
they
it's a
start
natural thing. That's opportunistic people. That's poor people also.
They were laughing at
You're
those
dealing-
naked pictures of people. They were laughing. They were sitting in control and just laughing.
I would too. You would too.
I
We
know.
had that job.
Yeah,
I know.
that's human.
So I wouldn't have that being a job.
Or you'd probably come on those pictures.
Yeah,
I probably would.
It's-
I wouldn't be any better. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be better if I was in that job.
Right. So
I'd view the fucking travelers as the enemy also.
I don't think it's that bad of a job, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. I really
You're
don't.
just harassing people. That's your job. It's to harass
I've
people.
never been
No,
harassed.
you
They've
know,
always
No,
been
you-
nice.
but just because
It's
you
not-
have doesn't mean it's a real thing that no one has.
Well, Ari,
so it's like
anytime
obviously there's some times.
you have people doing anything in a position of power, there's a certain percentage of
Yeah.
wrong interactions that are going to take place. Where
Why are we
people
putting
gonna be
untrained
harassed.
people in these positions of power over us? Why are
Because
we
it would
as
cost
an
even more
American-
fucking taxpayer money to train these assholes and to pay them more money and to go and get more qualified, more socially advanced people for the job. I mean, what are you going to do? Where are you going to get them? You're getting people, a lot of these people that work for the TSA, there's not a lot of other jobs,
Yeah.
And that's what the issue is. Like, they have to take this job. It's not a bad job. What do you want to
They
do?
can't get rid of. They can't downsize it now. They're unable to.
Is that what it is? It becomes-
65,000 employees. It would make a tremendous dent.
Well,
you would see the mark on the unemployment
I'm
rates.
not necessarily
if you got rid
saying
of
that
them.
they need to downsize it. They need to make it more efficient, and it would be nice if people were more pleasant.
Possibly
But
privatize it.
that's an issue with human beings.
Maybe privatize it.
Even if they privatize it, man, it'd be even creepier because then it would be some fucking giant corporation instead of some inept government.
That's what it was before.
Agency.
The airlines would hire people.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad. I really don't know. But what I do know is that your anger about it. Is,
Yeah, I don't like 'em.
Is going to get you in trouble.
Yeah,
Just
if you were
people doing their
screaming,
gig.
that's scary. That's crazy. You should not scream at anyone, man.
He goes.
That's,
like
putting,
people.
that's putting out bad energy to
He goes,
everyone.
I'm
I don't like
calling
those
over my
people.
supervisor,
Yeah.
and the supervisor comes over. He goes, "Oh, great." He goes, "The head idiot in this corrupt organization." He goes, "Fuck are you doing? What do you want?" Like he's like talking to him like that.
Yeah.
What if he was like
I
a
don't like them.
listener and a fan of yours?
What that would have nothing to do with my
Yeah, but he's
feelings
a
about his
person.
job.
He's a
I
person.
bought your comedy CD online. It was really
I'd be
good.
like, that's great. I
Revenge for the
don't. So what
Holocaust.
if he's punching nuns?
It's cool.
Just because he said
I
he
just
is a
wanna
fan
tell
of
you,
mine
I'm
doesn't
just-
have
He's
any.
also a
just
person
doing
with
my
a job.
I know, but I've already told you. I don't. I have a job.
Yeah, but
does
you need
not,
to go above that. You need to, if you
Above
really
what?
care this much about it, you need to like fight the guy that's in charge of all. It's not the
Oh, I
employees
do
that
that
are
too.
just trying to
I
work.
try
that
on
have
Twitter
kids,
sometimes to
families.
tell everybody that the head of the TSA, the guy who ran the TSA, is
Right.
the guy who owned the company that made those scanners that we don't use anymore. He was the one who said we need those scanners, and then he sold it to himself. So the head of this company,
Are you sure about that?
yeah, he was the former head. Went to this. He got the contract. Opened up. Spent all this money that he used for 2 years and got rid of. Now the one that wasn't fully tested, I guess. He made billions. This
Really?
company billions.
Billions?
So much money. Do you know how much one of those things cost?
How much?
I don't know.
$70.
More than $70, and they have them everywhere. And the only reason we had them, we didn't even invent this time that somebody was like, oh, somebody tried to get through, so we need this. He just said, yeah, we need it now for no reason, and now he has to pay. That's just corrupt from the start.
Former TSA director Michael Chertoff
Yeah, that's his
owns
name.
body scanning company. So he's the former director.
Yeah.
So he left and started a business that makes these body scanners and then sold them to the TSA. Like the
Yeah.
TSA had to buy his business.
Yeah.
So that sounds like some fuckery for sure.
Yeah. So all this money.
Chertoff's advocacy for the technology dates back to his time in the Bush administration. In 2005, Homeland Security ordered the government's first batch of the scanners, 5 from the California-based Rapid Scan Systems. Today, 40 body scanners are in 19 airports. Listen to this. The TSA purchased 150 machines from him with $25 million in American Recovery and Reinvestment Act funds. So in this summer, when, there's like, oh, man, we got to bring this economy back. Remember when they're throwing all that money back
Just
in?
invented jobs.
They threw $25 million at this cunt and his stupid fucking scanning machines. If you had to choose between money going to that or money going to mental health and education,
25 million?
nutrition for school kids, fuck you.
I just think you should fight it on a larger scale than attacking poor employees of Burbank Airport or LAX Airport. That when they're just trying to do their job. I mean,
I already told you I don't respect that just trying to do my job argument in any way. That's not an excuse for
But
anything.
you're making it unpleasant, but you're still going through it. All you're doing is making it unpleasant.
Yeah, I would like to make it unpleasant for them. I don't like what. Now let me ask you a question. What if they would go further to get better testing, even more clear about what you have in you?
Why would they have to go further?
Well, they already did to get these scanners.
Right, but why would they have to go further than that? It seems.
Why would they have to go that far?
Because they didn't have scanners that could see bombs.
I think
Went
it's just
to
more
radar,
efficient.
and
I think
if you were strapped wearing
That wasn't
a
in
vest,
response.
or
Those
if you were
scanners weren't
wearing
in response to anything.
drugs taped to your body, or
Yeah.
if you were concealing something.
Well,
like
wouldn't a strip
plastic
search be
weapon,
better?
Like a plastic weapon.
Wouldn't strip search be the best thing?
I guess strip search would be the best thing.
Yeah, but so why would we not go that far? Like, why are they? It's sort of a slippery slope, and I don't see why it's gone this far, and I don't know why it wouldn't go even further.
Well, the only way it would go even further is if something cataclysmic happened.
Yeah,
Another
but the scanners didn't.
catastrophe.
That wasn't a result of anything happening, or anything even trying to happen.
no, but it's just more efficient. That's all it is.
More.
Joe used to go through those old machines with his watch on every time. He'd like, look at this, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's
now
just
they know you
better
have a watch on.
technology. They got new iPhones.
It really is better technology. I mean, I think I made a forum post on maybe I didn't. Maybe I said I was gonna, and I decided not.
Wouldn't a
to.
strip search be the best technology?
Yeah, but we don't need that.
Yeah,
There's
but they're not
peop-
doing that. It's like you're arguing against them escalating past the point where they're at right now.
Well, but they escalated
Right.
past the point where they were before, and
Yeah,
it wasn't
because
based on any
Right.
need.
Joe
It wasn't
is going
based on a
through
need.
that old machine
With his watch on, you keep telling about his watch. Who cares about his watch?
But
That
people
wasn't a
could do-
thing.
That's a
It's not
perfect
an
example.
it's not an efficient machine. You
Yeah.
could make
No.
You could use
if it
the
didn't
same
detect your
parts.
watch, that's fine. If
Right,
it didn't
but it's-
detect a bomb or a knife, that's not fine.
Okay,
You would need to show me an example
they
of sometime they
didn't-
didn't detect a bomb or
They
a
didn't
knife.
see plastic
Or a gun.
knives. Those radar things didn't see plastic knives that you have concealed and taped to your body.
Yeah.
They have plastic knives that are made of this composite plastic. They can fucking kill you easy.
And they can see those now.
They can see those now. There's a lot of shit that used to be indetectable that
Yeah.
they can find. You know, I don't think.
What if they
that's
invent something that these things can't detect?
But Ari, it's not for you. It's not a different experience. You put your shit down.
I
you
just
walk
don't like that
through.
they're taking the power. I just don't like that they're making us step through these checkpoints.
Remember when
Yeah.
we got to the airport and there was this one guy who was being just really attention whory. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, please get your. He was like going
Yeah.
through this big speech and but
Yeah,
he was
everybody got annoyed by
And
him.
then I would like one more request. Everybody, please smile. I'm
Yeah.
like, you fucking weirdo.
Get outta here.
Yeah, you just put on a show, you
job.
fuckhead. It's like a street performer or something. I mean, it was like, that's what it was doing. Like, he decided this is what he does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I accidentally have my belt on, I say, I'm sorry, and I take the belt off and I put it in the thing. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, you prostrate yourself.
it's
for them.
simple. It's not prostrating. It's just being nice to people while you're doing their gig.
Yeah.
Their gig doesn't bother me. Okay, I don't.
Bothers me.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
bothers
I'm
me.
not flying with any bombs. I'm not flying with any guns. So I'm not worried about them checking my underwear. Okay, my bag's pretty simple. Go ahead, look in there. There's some to live.
Yeah.
What you're doing, what your plans are. That's not the same thing as checking for a
Right,
bomb.
right. But under those circumstances, it sort of is. Just that looking at intimate parts of your life, and they can look through your
They're
stuff.
looking at clothes. I mean, unless you got a bag of dildos, which, by the way, Stanhope did.
What if you're in the closet and you
he
have a
actually,
gay porn
on
in there?
purpose, brought a bag of fucking after September 11th.
Oh,
he had
yeah.
a whole suitcase filled with rubber fists and rubbers because everybody has to listen because he's the man with the power, the TSA guy.
Yeah.
But that's just one douchey guy. I've met a million people that do it that are friendly as hell. You're like, oh, did you have a good time? Yeah, it was great. Enjoy Chicago? Chicago is awesome. Boom, you're in, you're out, everything's fine. You're just interacting with some people that are doing their job. And I personally find I've never had a problem. They've always been pleasant to me. No one's ever got douchey with me. Toothbrush, some toothpaste. There's nothing to worry about, you know? So as long as there's nothing to worry about, you sail right through. Do I think that
Yeah, but
is
under
this ideal?
under that logic, they could tap your phone if you're law abiding.
No, that is not the same logic. Jesus Christ.
Wait, why is it
Looking
not
at
the
your
same
underwear?
logic?
Because tapping your phone, you listen to intimate conversations, find out aspects of your life that you wouldn't want revealed,
Oh, right.
find out where you